YouTube, it's your girl Mama V here, back for a little twist on my mukbangs. And I know I missed last week in terms of uploading. It has been crazy, but I really wanted to do today, so this is what we have today. So before I actually start off on the meal, and I'll tell you why I'm doing a little twist on the mukbangs today, is I want to introduce y'all to what I have today. And so I have a sea mineral and oak moss soy wax candle, clean burning, definitely is. This is actually from baby daddy's co-worker at his old job, and I love it. I burned it a little bit before, but today I'm burning it pretty much for a couple of hours, you know. And then today I have some sage here that I just keep in like one of those little souffle pots that I thought I was gonna make souffle, but I didn't, so use the pot for something. So before we start off, and the reason why, here's a little mix, is there has been a passing to somebody who I considered, you know, we were cousins, but I definitely consider him a brother. So unfortunately he has passed on to the next point of his life, as I would like to say, or his spirit life. And so I've been feeling a little off lately, and so that's why I didn't film last week, just the chaos of a lot of things. And today I just wanted to, as you know, time passes, I just felt the need to cleanse a little bit myself, think a little bit, you know, meditate and all that. So that's why I'm burning these two. They're making me feel a little bit more centered, as you know, the week gets a little harder. And so that also brings me to the little twist of the mukbang for today. So I have some regular sparkling water here. Fun fact about me is, as of 2 years ago, especially when I'm experiencing loss, I have decided to stay away from, you know, any, like, even if it's casual drinking, I try to limit that. Because I'm just learning as a human being, the best way to grieve is to face it head on, and just trying to do it with a clear mind. Now, that's not saying that, oh, I'm judging those who, you know, do that, or, you know, when you get kickbacks and remembering people you get together for drinks. To each their own. That's just how I realize is my healthy version way of dealing with it for myself. So yeah. So finally to the food. This is why y'all came, to the food. Why am I yelling? I don't know. Mystery mukbang for you and for me. So I don't know, I haven't really eaten today yet. It's been crazy, it's been hectic, and so I didn't know what I wanted to eat. And you know, I didn't want to go back and forth, like, I don't want to eat this, I don't want to eat that, and then I didn't want to also just end up eating junk food. So I said, today's mukbang day, and I text baby daddy. I was like, I'm running errands, do me a favor, order me my mukbang food. Don't tell me what it is. I hope you looked at the restaurant reviews. And I said, I want something healthy, light, but good. You know, your girl's still on, and I even sent him the text, like, your girl's still on the weight loss path. So trying to also stick to that, because last week was rough. You know, your girl was eating her feelings away, and which is fine. But trying to get back on that pony, that horse of, you know, just trying to be better for myself and challenge myself mentally and physically. So yeah, let's see what we got here. I should have asked for a restaurant, but yeah, that's all. I literally said clean, healthy, light, but good. Okay, this is light in terms of weight, but maybe not in calories. So y'all, we have a beautiful cheesecake with some fresh strawberries. I don't know if this is actually for baby daddy, because baby daddy usually likes cheesecake. I wonder if he was like thinking I was gonna save him some, because I am a giver and a sharer. So yeah, we have that. Okay, actually this is better than I thought. So we got a salmon salad, and everything looks fresh. I thought it was barbecue chicken, and I was like, that's kind of light with the salad, but salmon salad. It smells delicious. For me, I don't mind salads, but one thing I hate, absolutely hate, H-A-T-E, in salads is when the veggies aren't super fresh. So like these, let me show y'all. So this tomato here looks like it's fully ripened, and today's the day. but it's not something I would, or actually it looks like those tomatoes were grilled. Maybe that's why it has a, everything has to be crispy and nice, not soggy. We got some ranch sauce here. Okay, I get the cheesecake now because the salad's kind of light. Okay, good job. And we have some dressing there. Let's get this out of the way. Toss that in the garbage. Also, different scenery today. My room, and again, it's been a crazy busy day, and the living room's a mess, or the kitchen where I usually film, and this is my work desk. I just moved my laptop and moved my second screen to the side so I can get down and chow down and get back to work. Today was mad busy. Last night, I went to a little get-together, and I got home later than usual, and I like to wind down. It takes me a while, insomniac, it takes me a while to wind down. So I didn't go to sleep until the wee hours of the morning, and then I woke up early to do some work, and then I had to take my dad to his doctor's appointment. That took longer than usual. And then literally I was running a little late to come back to the house. I had to hop on a Zoom session while I was in the car, and then rush home, you know, and then get on the computer, and then make a student call. And here I am, y'all. Not a fan. And let me tell you why. It's kind of sweetish. Like not from Sweden, but sweetish. And I like stuff tangy. I like tang, I like lemon. I can literally do lemon and tahini and I have done that for my dressing. Interesting. Let me see. I'm gonna dab a little bit and see. We're gonna keep this candle burning. So y'all can see that. I have my normal setup, so it's not as up high. So let me see here. Dab a little of the ranch on the side. I mean, it could go good with the salmon, right? Like, it's the flavors. Dab a little bit of that. Y'all want a bite? Y'all want a bite? You vegetarian, can't have a bite. Ranch is okay. I'm not a big fan of ranch as dressing versus I like dipping my veggies in it. Oh, got some raisins. I wish I could just get some lemon and throw it off. This is actually not that bad. It has some raisins too. I don't know what these green things are. Oh, some grapes. Okay. So actually, I'll do this. I prefer this over the ranch. I'm excited about that cheesecake, y'all, though. Try to only eat half of it. Y'all. And so, yeah. My soul's a little off. I'm sure a lot of people are. It was cool last night because I ran into, one of his friends who also used to do writing. And, my cousin, he used to, be like, you still writing? Last conversation we had, I was like, nah, adulthood and your mind, the creativity kind of stops. And he always used to encourage me to write. So anyways, I ran into his other friend who also, writes and stuff too. And so we had a very good conversation about life and, trying to make sense of everything. 2020 has 2020, that's all you guys say. You already know. Y'all already know. Let me get a bite. Your girl's starving. Blessing the food. Oh, the grapes are crispy too. Yes, I hate soggy grapes. That's why most of the time, like with grapes and blueberries, I freeze them because I love the taste, but I hate the texture if it's soggy or even a little bit soft. It's like an oil base. Ooh, look at that. This is crispy. See, so not like all the way ripe tomato. So yeah, I hope y'all doing well. I know Halloween's coming up, holidays are coming up. Y'all hug your loved ones, your friends, your family tight. We still got a couple more months to go in 2020, and Lord, it's been quite the ride. Quite the ride. So anyways, I'm gonna turn this into low-key story time because I don't know. I don't want to talk about life right now, to be honest. So let's talk about the past. Story time of my. I hate using the word crazy, you know, because yeah, my not so great roommate. I'll just say that, you know. And let me just make this clear. I have no bad feelings against this person or people anymore. No, my crazy cat roommate. That's what I'm gonna call it. My crazy cat lady roommate. Right off the top of my head. So, I don't have any qualms with this person. I don't have any bad feelings. It's just a story time, y'all, for YouTube. Because I've been watching a lot of story times. So, this was my first roommate that I had in college. For an off-campus housing. Off-campus meaning has an apartment. You're in college and you're renting elsewhere. Because it's too darn expensive to live on a college campus, especially a private one, a small private one. So this is good. They got my cucumber. They got all my favorite little crispy fruits and veggies. The salmon is not overcooked. It's a little oily, but it's fine because the veggies off balance it. So, yes, I was in a summer bridge program. This is how I met this person. Cool person, nice, whatever. We started living together my spring semester of freshman year, and things were cool. It was great. I'm an introvert, so you know I like my space and all that. But obviously, living in a house with roommates, you also want to communicate. Now, we used to go to campus together, go back home sometimes together. Hey, you headed back home, texting, you know, looking out for this person. So, I might have to make it into a series, because there was a series of things that ended it off this roommate-ship and this friendship bad. Because we were friends. So, the first year, good. Oh, there's some soggy lettuce down there I do not like. I think because it was sitting on, see, like this, I can't do it. I think it was because it was sitting, the salmon was sitting on top of it, making it soggy. Oh, I should have. If you ate it right immediately, probably would have been fine. But I didn't, because I had a session to go to. Anywho, so, second year was when problems started going wrong. And so this roommate had a cat, but the cat, this roommate had previously lived with her brother in their apartment, and then she moved into the apartment that we were all living together. But that cat didn't come over because the landlord didn't accept animals. And so, you know, whatever. At some point the cat, not immediately, some point the cat goes missing, they find the cat's pregnant. Okay, whatever. I think the cat being pregnant, obviously she felt the need to be around it more. Totally understandable. So the cat did stay, I think 1 or 2 nights. It was like a room, it was like, you know, a friend. They came 1 or 2 nights and left. So the cat gets pregnant, gives birth, the cat runs away. Gives birth to about 4 kittens. She's going over there, she's visiting it. Mind you, the brother is still keeping the cats. And I think because the mom ran away, you know, they need to be nurtured or whatever, she ended up bringing she ended up staying with her brother a lot more. She didn't bring them at this point. And then, so one day, I think like something happened with her brother, and she was like, I need to keep the cat for a little bit. So it's supposed to be temporary. She brought the cats over. That's fine. Now it's not, they're pretty grown at this time. I mean, cats by 1 year, they're almost full grown. And we're like, okay, that's fine. You know, they're cute. We like playing with them or whatever. But mind you, there were 3-4 cats. Okay. And the roommate-ship was already a little rocky. And I'll tell you why later. Again, she might turn into a series. So let's call this person Stephanie. Stephanie is the one with the cats. Stephanie brings over the cats, whatever. And it's cool. They're chilling. You know, they're kind of grown. You know, but then it turned into... you can smell, you know, the cat scent because there's so many of them, even through her room doors, you know, and I'm like, oh, did you change the litter? You know, and you obviously don't want to be in that person's, because it's like difficult because it's in that person's space physically, but the smell is drifting because Stephanie's room was right outside the living room, the common space. And so, and then it also was like, the cats were chilling on the table, you know, cat butt on the table and on the counters. Okay, you know, trying to be nice. But what did it, me and my other roommate, we actually shared the room next door together. It was a huge room. I started feeling itchy and I'm like, hey, are you getting these little bites too? She's like, yeah, I am. I thought it was just me, and I was like, do the cats have fleas? Mind you, she told us they were indoor cats, and she said they've never been outdoors. You know, they've been up with immunization and all that, right? And she had flea medicine and all that. So I'm like, maybe it's not working. So I didn't have a cat at this point, so I was a little low-key disgusted. I was like, oh my god, there's little fleas jumping around everywhere, eating me. You can't really see them. They multiply like crazy. So we had asked her, can you give your cats a flea bath? Because we're getting bitten and, you know, we don't want the problem to go any worse, right? Mind you, the cat's not supposed to be there. The cat is not supposed to be there. The cats, not 1, not 2, not 3, like damn near 4 cats. And so she kind of gives us attitude. She's like, yeah, but I don't think that's what it is. I'm like, you don't think why we're both getting bitten all of a sudden it's because of your cats? She's still in denial. Flea medicine is expensive. It's like $50 for like a 6-month, 3-month treatment. Times that by 4 cats. She didn't want to spend that much, so she was like, I'm gonna just give them like, you know, a flea bath, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Our ding-dong self just said, okay. I never had animals at the time, so I didn't know if it was going to be effective or not. So then, she kind of becomes a little like, you know, not that nice to us. Like, she wasn't mean, but, you know, you could tell she was standoffish and she didn't want to really mess with us all like that. I was like, that's fine, it's just me and my other roommate then. And then, a week later, this is when things go downhill. A week later, we were at this auditorium thing. Stephanie's sitting in front of me. So I'm sitting in the back row, she's sitting directly in front of me. And she has her arm like this across the chair. Now, no shade, no cap, no shade. But Stephanie had, you know, quite a bit of hair growth. A lot of hair growth actually on the arm. Not crazy like Chewbacca, but you know, you could definitely tell it was a thick hair. The point is, when I had looked over to Stephanie's arm, I see all bite marks. Like, I'm talking about the whole arm is bitten in fleas. We never had this problem before. So I'm like, it is fleas, and she knows it's fleas. Like, you have to know this is your cat's fleas. So I'm like, you trying to deny it because you don't want to pay or you don't want to deal with all this, but you're the one who brought the 4 cats in, and we're trying to be mindful. They are kittens, so you know, you trying to take care of it. So anyways, I go home to my other roommate, like, yo, she might be like as worse as a cat. She got a whole bunch of flea bites on her arm. And she's like, see, I knew it. So then, it's a lot more tension, and we're telling her, hey, they need flea collars and stuff like that. And we told her, hey, we appreciate if you keep the cats in your room. We don't want the fleas to spread anymore until the flea problem is resolved. We don't want the cats roaming. She did not like that at all, y'all. Crazy cat mom did not like that. She was like, well, I pay for this apartment too. I'm like, right. I don't mind the cats. I kind of do. But I was like, I just don't want them to roam around if they don't have fleas. Especially you're not home, I don't want to have to tell your cat to get off the counter or whatever. You know, your cat gets mad like you and attacked me. So I said, until the flea problem is resolved. So she gets all petty, slams her door. The cats are now stuck in her room. Mind you, sometimes she would not come home, like she would sleep over her friends or whatever. The cats would be in her room, littered, not clean for 2-3 days straight. And it's not just one cat using the litter box. There are 4 cats using the litter box. And, you know, she thought she just left a big old bowl of food in her room and they would somehow survive off of that for more than a day, her being gone. You could smell the cat through her door. Yeah, I tried to play with me and my other roommate were getting upset. I'm not a very confrontational person though, so I said, I have an idea. So, we're gonna fumigate this place and wash all of our bedding, because we need to. But we have to come up with a plan to get the cats out and, you know, get them a flea bath. So that way, this fumigation works. Ah! Salmon jumped out of my mouth. So, we tell her, hey, do you mind having your cat stay at your brother's place for a couple of days? We're gonna deep clean. And she was like, give us attitude, but she agrees to it. She was rarely home on the weekends anyways. She also decides to not come home that weekend. So I was like, perfect. She's like, I'm not gonna be on the town that weekend. I was like, perfect. So no lie, y'all. Me and my other roommate, we literally, you can buy those like little fumigators from like Walmart or something. We spent our own money. We fumigated every room in the house. Our room, the bathroom, the closets, the living room, everything. We didn't touch her room though. We did leave the door open because we were like, maybe the gases will go. So you have to leave the house for like 4 hours, which we did. All the windows open. And then the bottom of the salad got like super soggy. That's why I'm like picking at it. And then we came back, we washed everything. Trying to wash everything in like all of our clothes. And we wiped down the walls, sprayed bug spray everywhere. Like we were deep cleaning like we were moving in. We were literally doing laundry for hours. Because we were doing blankets and those take a while to dry. You know, you gotta run them like twice. It was crazy, y'all. And we thought that if we sprayed bug spray around the door somehow, it'll create a hole for all the fleas that just stay inside her room. We were just so desperate and we were just tired of the tension, so we were like, let's see if we can fix it ourselves. Didn't ask her for money for laundry detergent. Didn't ask her for money for the fumigator. She didn't even know what happened. Because I feel like she was going to throw more shade or whatever. you know, or cause more problems. Mind you, on campus we had the same campus job, and I know she was venting to folks about what's going on in the apartment. I was like, you know what, I don't want to do any of that. So then she comes home, we're like, haha, we fixed the problem. No more than a week later, we start getting bitten again. The cats are back in. She's not being sanitary, not cleaning her cat litter. It was disgusting, y'all. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna eat while I'm about to tell this part. I was like, she also didn't have very good hygiene, in my opinion. So that means the cats didn't have very good hygiene or very good care. And so I'm like getting irritated at this point. Like, dang, we tried everything. And she has now, the mom cat has come back. Now the mom cat lives with us. So not only is there tension, she finds it okay to bring another cat. Like, so oblivious, you know? Like, you know, like, when they're like, isn't that common sense? And it's not common sense to folks. So oblivious. And the flea problem gets worse. What set us off was this. She went back home, which is a couple hours away, and left her cats in the room. I think there was like 5 cats at this point. The litter's stinking, they're meowing at the door. I'm pretty sure they're pissing all over the place, because I don't know if y'all ever had cats before, but if their litter box is not clean, they will find another dark hole to go use the bathroom in. I felt bad for the cats. I really did. They shouldn't be cooped up in that room. So we did let the cats out sometimes, and we made sure, you know, they had food in a bowl. She didn't have to do this because, you know, I don't know. She just should not have a pet until she can take care of herself properly. So, you know, we told her, like, hey, like, you shouldn't be leaving your cats a few days at a time. She's like, well, you didn't want them wandering around. I'm like, yeah, well, they could have went to your brother's or something. Like, I just feel bad. That's like animal abuse, you know? I don't want a dead cat in my house. Like, you know, poor cat. It's not the cat's fault that they're in this situation. You know, it's the owner's fault. And we got to our wits' end. Because then she started feeding the cats on the counter and on the table when we weren't there. But you would see paw prints everywhere, and you would see little cat food that they didn't pick up. So not only are, like, the cat's butt is on the table where I eat, you know what I mean? There's cat hair everywhere, and on the counter, like, who lets their cat just eat off the table? Or at least, like, and I know darn well she wasn't wiping or disinfecting the table down. No, I know darn well that person, Stephanie, was not doing that. So then it got to the point where we were like, yo, your cats have to go. We're like, no, your cats have to go. We will tell the landlord that they are here if they are not moved out in a month. Yo, this set her off. And we even said, like, hey, we don't want any bad blood, but I can't deal with the fleas. I can't deal with you not cleaning up after your cat. I can't deal with your animal abuse behavior. And I can't deal with you not cleaning the litter that I can smell it through the freaking wood doors. Like, it's ridiculous, you know? Like, again, it's not one cat she's not changing the litter for. It's 4 of them using, like, one freaking litter box. It's not a ginormous litter box. She's not cleaning it regularly. It stinks. It reeks. No. If I wanted to live on a farm, I would have did that. I'm living in a city apartment. And so we approach her very nicely, though. Like, super calm, like, you know. And so she's like, you guys are ganging up against me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, they got fleas. We tried it. And we end up telling her, like, we've been trying to fumigate the place, girl. Like, we tried helping you out. We tried cleaning all of our stuff using all our money. It didn't work because you're not taking care of the cats who have the fleas. But first of all, why does a college student who lives in a 1-bedroom, well, she lived in her own bedroom, it was a 2-bedroom apartment, why do they need 5 cats? You don't even have time to take care of them. Like, and you just sleep in with, and I've never seen her give those cats a bath other than when we asked them to give a flea bath. So now you're just sleeping with them, you just laying around in their litter, you know, because they're stuck in your room all day. Ugh, bleh. You know. So then she gets mad, whatever, she throws her fit. She starts getting real petty. So she was like, man, forget this. Like, my cats are leaving, fine, they're gonna go into my brother's. But then she started to do everything that she said she had bought or contributed to the house. So she started putting in her room. Like, there was like a dish rack she put in her room. The garbage can for the living room she put in her room. So she started getting petty, like, oh, this is my stuff, I don't need to share it. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, honestly, like, I wasn't even mad. I was more mad of like how she reacted, even though we've tried so many times. Like, this wasn't the first meeting. We've also tried to help with the cats and, you know, fumigating. So I'm like, that was what made me more irritated. Of like, really, that's how you gonna treat us after we've had like a good friendship? And it's our fault you're dirty? Like, no offense, just saying. She ended up, you know, moving with all the cats and all that. And eventually she ends up moving out a little bit after that. And I'll tell y'all why she ended up moving out, y'all, because she was a dirty roommate. My last straw was she left rotten food out, and that'll be another story time for maybe my other channel. And so she ended up moving out. It was a really bad relationship. I know she was bad mouthing me to coworkers, so it was craziness. I'm glad she moved out, but she was like real petty about it. She didn't even clean out her room. And y'all, let me tell y'all this. I'll tell y'all the whole shebang of why she moved out and her phony little friend. But when she had moved out, she had a walk-in closet. Now, it was like, instead of width length it being walk-in, it was like more height length that she could walk in. So it wasn't, it was more of like a rectangle walk-in closet. But you have to walk down to that closet. When she had moved out, there was old stale cat litter all over the floor in the back of her closet. Like, I don't know if she intentionally poured it there, maybe, but it's been there for a while. So regardless, she was holding on to old cat litter for more than a week. And it was just, I literally was gagging. I had to sweep it up. I literally bleached it twice or disinfected it twice. I was like, I was wearing gloves. Oh my gosh, it was so disgusting. Like, her room was so dirty when she left. I was even cleaning the walls, and you know, there was gunk coming off the wall. Like, you know, when you clean the wall, there's like little drips. The drips weren't coming down clear. It was coming down black, grayish. So, crazy cat lady. I don't know what happened to those cats. I hope they found a better home, or she decided that she wanted to take better care of them, because that's just nasty, y'all. Ain't nobody need to be doing all of that. No, no, no. I have one cat. That's enough. Yes, crazy cat lady roommate. I'll tell y'all what the juicy part about it is. The thing that caused her to move out was ridiculous. Like, she had no sense, y'all. No sense. I mean, she had sense, but like, I don't know. I guess roommate etiquette, maybe. I don't know. And I like to believe that I was a good roommate to her. And especially since I literally saved her from what could have been a dangerous and uncomfortable situation. And she still acted like she was the victim and somehow we were bullying her and it was our fault. Like, no, boo, it was you. It was you. So yeah, thank you. That was a good little vent session about like past life and not, you know, just trying to heal in this current life and not, you know, I'm trying not to take life too heavy right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, things will be okay. Things will pass. And actually, let me I had it open on this side. So let me actually try the cheesecake with y'all, and then I will sign out. A little bit of strawberry, a little bit of cheesecake. That's good. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me for my small mukbang, surprise mukbang. I hope y'all do well. I hope your week goes well. Light a candle if you're feeling a little bit off this week. But this is Mama V signing out. Peace and love, y'all.